Welcome to a journey through time. The origins of the Internet. The Internet has its roots in the Cold War era United States, specifically in the work of the Advanced Research Projects Agency Network, ARPANET. ARPANET was a precursor to the Internet and was developed by the U.S. Department of Defense to create a decentralized network that could withstand a nuclear attack. The Advanced Research Projects Agency Network, ARPANET, was a precursor to the Internet that was developed in the late 1960s by the United States Department of Defense's Advanced Research Projects Agency, ARPA. The goal of ARPANET was to create a decentralized network that could withstand a nuclear attack, by allowing communication to continue even if some parts of the network were destroyed. The first message was sent on the 29th of October, 1969. From a computer at UCLA to a computer at the Stanford Research Institute. 3. In Menlo Park, California. This marked the beginning of ARPANET, the first operational packet switching network, and the predecessor of the global Internet. ARPANET initially used the Network Control Program, NCP, as its primary communication protocol, but this was replaced in 1983 by the more robust Transmission Control Protocol Internet Protocol, TCP/IP, which is still used as the foundation of the modern Internet. ARPANET was also the first network to implement the concept of a packet, a chunk of data that is sent between computers on a network. This technology, called packet switching, allowed for more efficient use of network resources and was a key innovation that made the modern Internet possible. ARPANET was decommissioned in 1990, but its legacy lives on in the Internet as we know it today. It was the first operational packet switching network and the precursor of the global Internet. The Transmission Control Protocol Internet Protocol, TCP/IP, is a set of communication protocols that were developed in the 1970s and became the foundation of the modern Internet. TCP is responsible for breaking data down into small packets, called segments, and then reassembling them in the correct order at the receiving end. It also provides flow control, which helps to prevent data from being sent too quickly for the receiver to handle, and error checking, which helps to ensure that all data is received correctly. IP, on the other hand, is responsible for routing packets of data through the network. It assigns a unique IP address to each device connected to the network, and uses this address to determine where to send each packet of data. The development of TCP/IP was a key breakthrough that allowed different networks to communicate with each other. Prior to TCP/IP, different networks used different communication protocols, which made it difficult for them to communicate with each other. With TCP/IP, however, all networks could use the same set of protocols, which allowed for the creation of a global network of interconnected networks. In the early days of the Internet, TCP/IP was primarily used by the military and academic communities. However, as the Internet grew in popularity, TCP/IP became the standard protocol for all Internet communication. TCP/IP is still the foundation of the modern Internet. It's been updated over the years to improve security, reliability and performance. And it's also used in many other types of networks, such as local area networks, LANs, wide area networks, WANs, and wireless networks. The World Wide Web, WWW or Web, is a system of interlinked hypertext documents that are accessed via the Internet. It was developed in 1989 by Sir Tim Berners-Lee, a computer scientist at CERN, the European Physics Research Organization. The World Wide Web was created as a way to make it easier for people to access and share information over the Internet. Prior to the web, the Internet was primarily used for sending email and transferring files, and it was difficult for people to find and access information. The web introduced several key technologies that made it much easier to access and share information over the Internet. One of the most important of these was the Hypertext Markup Language, HTML, which is used to create the documents that make up the web. HTML allows authors to create documents that include text, images, links, and other multimedia elements. Another key technology was the Hypertext Transfer Protocol, HTTP, which is used to transfer documents over the internet. HTTP allows users to request documents from a web server and receive them in their web browsers. The first website went online on the 6th of August, 1991. It was hosted by Tim Berners-Lee on a Next computer at CERN. The website provided information about the World Wide Web project and was primarily intended for use by other researchers. The web quickly gained popularity, and by the mid-1990s, it had become a mainstream tool for accessing and sharing information. In 1993, the first search engine, Archie, was created, and this made it much easier for people to find information on the web. Later, other search engines like Yahoo and Google were created, and they made it even easier to navigate the web. Today, the web is a vital tool that is used by billions of people around the world to access information, communicate, and share ideas. It has changed the way we live and work, and it has opened up new opportunities for education, business, and entertainment. The dot-com boom, also known as the dot-com bubble, was a period of rapid growth in the stock market and in the number of internet-based companies, primarily in the United States, during the late 1990s. During the dot-com boom, many investors were eager to invest in internet-based companies, regardless of whether or not these companies had a viable business model or were making a profit. This led to a bubble in the stock market, with the value of many internet-based companies becoming vastly overinflated. The dot-com boom was driven by several factors, including the rapid growth of the internet, the development of new technologies, and the rise of e-commerce. Many people believed that the internet would revolutionize the way we live and work, and they were eager to invest in companies that were at the forefront of this change. During this period, many internet-based companies went public and their stock prices soared. In many cases, these companies had no revenue, no profit, and no clear path to profitability, but they were able to raise large sums of money through initial public offerings, IPOs. However, by 2000, the bubble began to burst, as investors became more cautious and more skeptical about the prospects of many of these companies. This led to a sharp decline in the stock market, and many dot-com companies went bankrupt or were forced to merge with other companies. The dot-com boom was a period of great excitement and optimism, but it also had a downside. Many investors lost money, and many companies that had been riding the wave of the dot-com boom went out of business. However, it was also a period of rapid innovation and growth, and many of the technologies and business models that were developed during this time continue to shape the way we live and work today. The modern era of the internet began around the early 2000s and continues to the present day. This era is characterized by several key developments and trends that have greatly impacted the way we use and interact with the internet. One of the most significant trends during this time has been the explosion of social media. Companies such as Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram have become household names and have changed the way we communicate and share information online. Social media platforms have also become important tools for businesses, politicians, and other organizations to reach and engage with their audiences. Another significant trend has been the rise of mobile internet usage. The widespread adoption of smartphones and other mobile devices has made it possible for people to access the internet from anywhere, at any time. This has led to the development of mobile-optimized websites and apps, and has also driven the growth of mobile commerce and mobile payments. Cloud computing has also become an increasingly important aspect of the modern internet. Cloud computing allows individuals and businesses to store and access data and applications over the internet, rather than on their own computers. This has greatly impacted the way we work and has made it possible for companies of all sizes to access powerful technology and services. In recent years, there has been a growing concern about data privacy and security, particularly with the widespread collection and use of personal data by large tech companies. Governments and organizations around the world have been working to create new regulations and guidelines for data privacy, and many companies have implemented new privacy features and controls for users. Another trend that has been seen more recently is the growing popularity of video and live streaming. Platforms such as YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch have become popular platforms for creators and entertainers, and the rise of live streaming has been a major aspect in the growth of the esports industry. Overall, the modern era of the internet has been marked by rapid innovation and growth, and has greatly impacted the way we live, work and communicate. The future of the internet is likely to be shaped by several key trends and technologies that are currently being developed. Some of the most significant future developments that are likely to impact the internet include the Internet of Things, IoT. This is a network of everyday devices and appliances that are connected to the internet and can collect and share data. This could lead to the development of smart homes, cities and transportation systems. 5G networks. The fifth generation of mobile networks is expected to provide faster and more reliable internet connections, which will enable new technologies and services such as self-driving cars and virtual reality, artificial intelligence (AI) and machine learning. These technologies are expected to be integrated into more and more internet-based services and applications, which could lead to more personalized and intelligent online experiences. Edge computing. This is a distributed computing model that moves the processing of data closer to the location where it is needed, rather than relying on cloud-based services. This could lead to faster and more efficient internet services. Quantum computing. Quantum computing is a new and emerging technology that could greatly impact the future of the internet, as it could enable faster and more powerful computing than what is currently possible. Blockchain technology. Blockchain technology is expected to be used in a variety of industries and could change the way we interact with the internet and the way we share and store data. Increased focus on security and privacy. With the increasing amount of personal data being shared online, there is likely to be a growing focus on internet security and privacy in the future. This could lead to the development of new technologies and regulations to protect personal data. It's important to note that the future of the internet is uncertain and the above points are only potential possibilities and it's not a definite outcome. New technologies and trends will continue to emerge and shape the internet in ways that we can't yet predict.